Hello and welcome to Enjoy English School.
欢迎来到 Enjoy 英语学院
I'm Stevie.
And I'm Laurie.
Today and tomorrow, we are looking at our business English lesson, and we're going to have two dialogues. Our title or subject is scheduling conflict. So this is where, when you have a scheduling conflict, this is where maybe somebody double-booked their time. We'll talk more about that in the article. Or maybe they just set up the wrong time for something.
所以呢，我们今天来到商用英语的单元那么今天跟明天2天的对话，我们都要来看到。那么中文的对话标题是会议撞期瞧一瞧那既然撞期了，当然是要瞧啦但是怎么个瞧法呢？这要看这个瞧的人他想出什么样的点子。所以呢，显然我们今天的对话里头一定也有会议要撞期，但是他们想出了什么办法呢？我们就赶快一起来看看吧。
For today, we have Shane and Darina. Darina is preparing the boardroom for a meeting with a client. Now, boardroom, this word specifically, means the room where the board meets. But sometimes people use boardroom and conference room or meeting room the same way.So, conference, C-O-N-F-E-R-E-N-C-E. A conference room just means a meeting room. And many smaller companies use the boardroom as a meeting room or a conference room. But boardroom specifically means the room where the board meets. That's why it's called a boardroom.
好，所以呢，这边呢，我们来看到这个对话一开始的情境它有2句。那么第一句讲的是 Darina 她正在 preparing 是你可以翻成准备你也可以翻成是在布置什么，在准备这个会议室来呢给一个跟客户的一场会议。那么刚刚呢 Stevie 老师帮我们补充的就是其实你常常也会听到 meeting room 或者是 conference room、那这个时候呢他们也都是指我们中文讲的会议室，但是呢这里的 boardroom 呢它比较不一样的地方是它原本指的是董事会他们开会的地方那么但是呢后来它也被衍生来当作会议室用，所以像在这里的话呢我们直接翻成会议室就是可以的。
Shane enters the room to do the same thing. So Shane comes in the room to also prepare for a meeting.
然后 Shane 呢他呢进入了这个会议室，走进了这个会议室呢要来准备做同样的事情，也要来为跟客户所开的会议要来布置这个会议室。
So Shane walks in, he sees Darina.
对
And he says, Huh? Darina, what are you doing here?Why are you here? What are you doing?
对，所以这里很简单 Shane 呢他首先说哈，然后他说 Darina 你在这里做什么？你在这里干什么？
Darina says, Hi Shane, I have a meeting with a client here in 20 minutes, so I'm getting everything sorted out.In this case, getting everything sorted out means I'm setting everything up. I'm going to make sure everything is ready to sort out something.
对
So I have a meeting in 20 minutes, so I'm getting ready.
所以这时候 Darina 就回答了，他首先跟 Shane 打招呼，他所以说 Hi Shane 接着他说呢，我在20分钟后，叫做 in 20 minutes 我有have a meeting 我有一个会议 with a client 跟一个客户，所以呢 I'm getting everything sorted out 指的就是我在这边安排所有的东西，在准备所有的东西我们知道 sort 它可以当种类或者是整理也可以当安排或处理，那在这里的话是指我在安排所有的东西。
Yeah. So Shane says, Wait, you have a meeting here?
所以这时候 Shane 他说等一下你在这里有会议。
I already booked this room from 2:30 to 3:30. So this means, why do you have a meeting here? I booked the room. I booked it. You hear us often say, oh, I booked a room. I booked a table at a restaurant. This means I reserved this space for this time.
所以呢，他这个时候 Shane 继续讲了，他说你有会议在这里，我已经这个订了这个房间，预约了这个房间，从2点半预约到3点半呢。所以这里的 book 是动词，它指的就是预约，也等于刚刚 Stevie 老师讲的 reserve 一样的意思。
Yep. And now, or Dorina says, what do you mean?
Dorina 就说你什么意思啊？
I also reserved this room. So she also booked the same room.
所以呢 Dorina 就说了，我也预约了这个房间啊。
Did you book it through Lyra or Megan? So who did you book the room with? Did you book it through Lyra or through Megan? Which person?
对，所以他就说你Did you book it? 这个 it 指的是 the room 所以你呢订了这个房间，你预约这个房间是透过 Lyra 还是透过 Megan 啊？
And Shane says Megan.
所以呢 Shane 他先回答了，他说是 Megan.
Yeah, and then he goes, Do you mean to tell me that we both booked the room through different people for the same time? So they asked different people to reserve or to book the room for the same time. In other words, this is the word I used before. The room was double booked.
被双重预定了。
Yeah. So we both booked it through different people, but for the same time. Oh, no.
所以呢 Shane 他就说，你是要告诉我 Do you mean to tell me? 你的意思是要告诉我 that 后面子句这句话什么话呢？我们两个都订了这个房间，是透过不同的人，然后 for the same time 的意思是订了相同的时段吗？
Dorina says, yes, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid that is what I mean.
对，然后 Dorina 就回答他说，是哦，我怕是这样吧，恐怕是这样哦。
Yeah, she's not really scared. This just means, yeah, I'm sorry to tell you.
对
Yeah, it's true.
对
I'm afraid you're right.
所以他这里不是真的害怕，这里是说恐怕是这样了，我很抱歉，但是
Yeah.
事情就是这样。
I scheduled my meeting through Lyra.
然后他说我呢是这个透过 Lyra 呢来预约我的这个会议的。
I suppose they both scheduled our appointments on different documents. When you say, I suppose something, this just means you're guessing. Well, I guess they both scheduled our appointments on different papers, on different forms.
对
They didn't, the booking did not get put in the same place.
所以呢这里刚刚讲的 I suppose 或者 I guess 就是一个不确定，但是是一个猜测。所以说我想我猜他们呢都安排我们的这个会议，安排我们的这个约会呢然后是怎么样在不同的文件里面那就可能就是他们有一个文件是专门在排会议的，但是呢可能2个人在不同的文件里排，所以没有看到另外那个人用的是相同的时间，相同的房间。
Oops, sounds like there's a problem. We'll take a break here and come back with the second part of our dialogue. Okay, we are back, and now they just found out the room was double booked.
对
Okay, so Shane says, oh, wow, I don't believe it.
所以呢 Shane 他说哇我真是不敢相信啊。
Well then, what now? this just means, well then, 如果是这样的话，
那现在怎么办？
Yeah. We both need a room, and there are no others available. There are no other rooms available. We have nowhere else to have the meetings.
对，他说我们两个都需要一间房间，但是已经没有其他的房间是可用的了。
Now, Darina says, yeah, I know.
然后 Darina 他就说，对呀，我知道状况是这个样子，我了解。
And it would be inconsiderate to cancel our appointments with our clients at the last minute. When we say something is inconsiderate, this means basically rude. Okay? 不礼貌。
对。
It's very rude. It would be inconsiderate. To be considerate means to be 很体贴。
很体贴。
Or 很体贴。Yeah. So that's considerate. So inconsiderate means
the opposite of it.
不体贴。
不体贴。
Yeah.
对。
It means rude. Okay. It would be rude to cancel at the last minute with our clients.
对，所以呢，他继续讲到，他说这样子it would be inconsiderate， 这样做会非常的不体贴，非常的没礼貌怎么做呢 ？To 后面告诉我们，就是呢，在最后的1分钟，然后呢，跟我们的客户取消我们的会面，这样做是非常不体贴的。
Maybe we can work something out. Maybe we can find a solution.
Good word. 所以呢，这时候 Darina 她说，也许我们能够呢想出个什么办法。当你把 work something out 的时候呢，就是这个 something 你想办法让它 work out，那就是让它呢可行。那可行的意思当然就是你有想出办法。那么呢，刚刚 Stevie 老师讲的一个很好的字叫做 solution， 就是解决方法或解决方案。Can we spell that, please?
Solution. S-O-L-U-T-I-O-N. Solution. Okay, so maybe we can work something out. And Shane says, sure. What do you have in mind? What are you thinking about? What is your idea?
所以呢，这时候 Shane 他马上说，好啊，当然呢，那你有什么想法呢？你现在脑中有什么点子吗？
Maybe we can try to split the boardroom. When you split something, that means you kind of cut it in half. Just split literally means to turn one piece into 2 pieces. So 分开, right?
对
is split.
对
Maybe we can try to split the boardroom.
所以呢 Darina 他就说了，也许我们可以试着来分隔这个会议室刚刚讲的 split 把一个东西分成2个分隔成2个或分开，就是用 split， 所以我们也许可以来隔开这个会议室吧。
And Shane says, split it? Like, how do we split it? Do you mean by partitioning the room in half? Now, partition is a noun and a verb, okay? So a room partition is something that it's like a wall that you can put up, a temporary wall.
对，隔板。
Yeah. And so when we put up a partition to split the room in 2, it's called partitioning the room. In fact, we use this in computers. If you have a hard drive, 一个硬碟.
硬碟
if you have a hard drive and you need to split it into B and C and D drive,
对
then you partition it. You put up a wall between B and C and D.
对
So that's called partitioning. So do you mean by partitioning the room in half? Do you mean we're going to put up a wall in the middle?
所以呢，他这个 Shane 就问他说，分隔这个会议室，你指的是说我们呢把这个会议室分隔成2半吗？那这里的 partitioning 在这里是当动词，那么刚刚呢 Stevie 老师讲到它也可以当名词，当名词就是隔板 当你把隔板立在房间，然后把房子里的空间一分为多的时候，那个动作就叫 partitioning。你在分隔这个房间。那它这里的话呢，是把房间分隔成两半，所以 in half。
And Darina says, yes, that's right. That's what I mean.
然后 Darina 就说，没错，就是这样。
We need to find a partition of some sort. Okay. So this means that maybe there are like temporary walls. 你说隔板。
对。
That are called partition walls. And they're used for this thing. So maybe they don't have this. But they're thinking, but we have to try and do it.
对。
So she could have said, we need to go get the wall partitions. But she says, we need to find a partition of some sort. This means of some kind. This means she doesn't know what they can use. She had the idea to split the boardroom, but she doesn't know what they're going to split the boardroom with.
对。
So
they have to find something.
Yeah, they have to find something they can use.
对。所以呢，接着他说，我们需要去找到这个某个隔板之类的。这里我们中文讲之类的，就是这里的 of some sort。这里的 sort 就是种类，等于是 kind 所以我们要找到某种隔板之类的东西。所以虽然没有完全一样的，但是类似的东西也可以。
That sounds difficult.
Yeah.
If you're going to have two meetings in the same room, it seems like it would be a little noisy.
对，就是你应该会就是干扰到彼此，因为你们两边都要讲话。
Yeah.
对。
Unless you have a partition wall that kind of blocks off sound.
对。
This sounds difficult. So Shane says, okay, let's hurry up and find something. So hurry up is a phrase. It just means, okay, let's do this. Let's find something quickly.
对，所以呢 Shane 他就说 OK 没问题那让我们就快点，然后呢来去找到个什么东西来吧，这样。
And that's our dialogue for today. We're going to find more about what happens tomorrow. But for right now, we're going to end the dialogue, and we'll be right back with a quick review. Okay, we are back and looking at our vocabulary and phrases that we learned for this lesson. The first one was client. A client is a customer. It's somebody who you maybe is going to help you make money. Maybe you're working to do some sort of service for them, okay, or sell something to them. It could be that. Number two, to sort something out or sort out something means to fix a problem, to find a solution. Number three was reserve. You book a room, you reserve a room. We also learned the word appointment. When you have a business meeting, we don't call it a date. We call it an appointment. Also, number five, we learned inconsiderate. Inconsiderate means not considerate or rude. We also learned the word split, to take one thing and split it into two things. We learned the word in half, to take half of something, split the room in half. And we learned the phrase of some sort or some sort of. It means of some kind of something. So those are our words and phrases for today. Now, we are going to be back tomorrow to find out more about what happened. We'll see you then.
Bye-bye.